Hola, ¿qué tal? El día de hoy veremos present and past perfect, the usage for have, has, and had. Present perfect and past perfect. We use have and has for the present perfect and had for the past perfect sentences. We need to use the verb after have, has, or had in past participle form, and we don't use to before the verb. For example, I have eaten the food, she has driven the truck, and they had studied the book. And remember, as before, the modal verbs will never use to in between to unite or link two different verbs. Modal verbs would never use it. Now, we have here some examples for affirmative sentences, and we use the personal pronoun, the modal verb, the verb in past participle. This is very important, past participle, and the noun. I have gone to school. She has slept on the sofa. We have drunk coffee, and he has swum in the pool. So we need to use have, has, or had if it's in past. No to in between have, has, or had, and the verb always, always in past participle. For the negative form, we only use not immediately after the modal verb. For example, I have not gone to school. She has not slept on the sofa. Or with contraction, we haven't drunk coffee and she hasn't swum in the pool. Very important that even if in our negative forms, we need to use the personal pronoun in the verb. Why? Because have, has, and had in this level is used as a modal verb. Therefore, we need to use the verb in past participle. Why? Because have and has in this level mean haber. And remember, well, the contractions are haven't and hasn't. For the interrogative form, again, we need to use the modal verb first, personal pronoun second, the verb in past participle, the noun, and we close the question mark. For example, have I gone to school? Has she slept on the sofa? Have we drunk coffee? Has he swum in the pool? So in this case, we use the modal verbs in the beginning and we close with a question mark. We also use had, había, in affirmative form, right? In this case, had is the past perfect, but it's exactly the same format. We use the modal verb and then the verb in past participle. So in this case, I had swept the house. She had bought the furniture. We had gotten the uniform and he had drunk milk. For the negative form, we need to use not immediately after the modal verb. I had not swept the house. She had not bought the furniture, or with contraction, we hadn't gotten the uniform and he hadn't drunk milk. We can use contraction for the negative form, hadn't. And remember, interrogative form, we only need to use the modal verb in the beginning, followed by a personal pronoun, and then the verb in past participle again, and the noun, and we close with a question mark. Had I swept the house? Had she bought the furniture? Had we gotten the uniform? Had he drunk milk? And this is the way we use present and past perfect. I hope this is very useful for you. I'll see you soon. Bye.